What is going on, guys? It is your boy DQ back at you again with yet another video. I'm actually recording this at the same time as my other video. I'm making glühwein right here on the stove. So if you see my video about glühwein, you know where and when this exactly is. But if not, I will put a card up here for you guys so you can go check that out. But anyway, today's video is actually going to be 6 random differences between the US and Germany. We're not even going to lie, there's so many differences between the two countries, but you know what? These are just 6 random ones that I just thought off the top of my head. Kind of, sort of. Yeah. Some of these you guys actually put in the comments, you're like, do a video on this, do a video on this. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So let's get it. Okay, number 1 on this list is actually tipping. In the US, it is custom to tip, while as in Germany, it is not. I've worked as a server in both Germany and in the US, and so I can actually tell you the differences in really detail. If you guys want a video about that, Grandma just called me. If you want to see a video on that, leave a comment down below. But yeah, in the US, as servers, you only make $2.13 an hour. This goes back years, but that is why it is custom to tip. So you are accustomed to tip at least 18%, 20% being really good, 15% is like, okay, if the service was just okay. You are receiving a service compared to what actually you get in Germany. So in Germany, the servers and bartenders actually make more money. They're probably making, let's just say 10 euros an hour, which is exactly what I was making as a bartender. And so that is why you don't really tip, you just tip your pocket change. And yeah, so number 2, I would have to say is language. And I don't mean that Germans speak German and Americans speak English. I mean languages that you actually learn. So it is famous for Americans to only know English. And a lot of people think that Americans don't know any foreign languages, which isn't true. We have to learn a foreign language in school. The issue with our learning a foreign language is that in the US, a lot of people don't leave the US and they travel within the US. So that foreign language isn't retained. Whereas in Germany, you're probably learning French, or you're gonna learn Russian, or maybe Spanish, or some other language. And so Germans tend to be multilingual. Yes, they do learn English as well, but you guys have so much opportunity to speak those languages because Germans travel around Europe. So that is why, in my opinion, that Germans actually speak more languages than Americans, because Americans, we kind of don't need it in our own country. And since English has become the world language, there's not really much point to retain these languages that we actually learn. And by the way, Australia and the United Kingdom, I don't really think they speak other languages neither. So it's not just American. So number 3, I would have to say is Uber. Uber has become super popular in the US, from delivering food to picking up people and dropping them off. In Germany, Uber is actually illegal because it takes away from the taxi business. And why is that? Taxi drivers in Germany pay so much money to get the certificate and the certification and to be registered as taxi drivers. Whereas when you're driving for Uber, you do not need any certification. You literally just have your car, open an app, say you want to go online, and then you pick up people and you drop them off wherever they need to go, because technology nowadays. Taxis are still a thing in the US, but I see a lot of taxi drivers also driving for Uber, Lyft, etc, etc. The next 2 things kind of go hand in hand with one another, and that's refills and ice. So starting off with refills, in Germany, you do not get any refills on your drinks, whereas in the US, you get unlimited refills. The reason why this is, in Germany, you don't have any ice. The reason why you don't get refills in Germany is because your drink will not have ice in it, whereas in the US, your cup will be this big and you will have this much ice in your cup, and you will probably get that much drink. And I think that is why we actually have refills in the US and not in Germany. Personally, I do not like ice. When I go to places, I ask for my drink without ice. And I realize I'll probably only have 1 or 2 cups compared to when I actually have ice, I might have 5 or 6 cups. So, perception, right? Also, ice really isn't a thing in Germany. It is super hard to find ice. I don't think I've ever seen it at a restaurant. Even the restaurants I was working at. Did we have ice for our cocktails? Actually, you had ice for your cocktails. We didn't have a lot of ice. And last but not least, and this one actually kind of irritated me in Germany, are the window screens, or Fliegengitter is what they would actually call it in German. This irritated me because in the US, you can open your windows and you don't have to worry about any bugs or mosquitoes or anything coming into your apartment when it's like hot or you just need some fresh air. Whereas in Germany, I absolutely hated it because especially in like the warmer days and whatnot, AC isn't a thing in Germany. You always have to air out your apartment or your house, or you might get some mold that comes into your house. And so I would always get home from work like around 8 p.m. and if it's like a hot summer day, my apartment is probably a little warm. So when I get home, I would open up my window and all the mosquitoes that would get into my apartment, and everyone was like, oh, you just have to keep your lights off. And I'm like, I had a 1-bedroom apartment. So anytime I would watch TV, all the mosquitoes would come in, and I hated that. And I can't sleep with mosquitoes. I don't know why. If I hear it wakes me up and I literally can't fall back asleep until I find that mosquito and kill it. This was, oh my God, I really hated it. You can buy these things, and I actually ended up buying some, but they're kind of like some papery type things and you have to install it yourself, but it's pretty much like tape. You're taping it onto your windows and everything. But anytime you move or you go to another place, what do you have to do? You have to keep buying another net and another net and then put it up. And then, yeah, I always kept it at but the places. I never took it down. I'm like, if the next people want it down, they can take it down themselves. But it was kind of annoying when you had a huge window. And my apartment in Harrisburg had really big windows, and you have to buy like 2 or 3 of those nets in order for it to cover the whole window. But yeah. Alright guys, I hope you like these random differences. If you got some value from this video, hit that subscribe button down below. Hit one of the videos on the screen now to see some other cultural differences. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like this, yeah, and comment. Peace out.